Hey up, welcome back to my channel. Just recently I've been seeing a lot of videos on Rotherham giving it some bad press, but these videos on Rotherham are just on the town centre with all the empty shops. I'm guessing that it's making it look a bit run down. Now you might have seen some of my videos on Rotherham and it does show that, but there's a lot of politics involved. These people who do these videos on Rotherham, they just focus on Rotherham town centre and they don't come to these to the surrounding areas which Rotherham has, and which some of them are beautiful, like take Whiston for example, that video I did on Whiston. And you've got Wickersley, you've got Canclo, Clifton, Bramley. I mean, some of these are all steeped in history. So today I've come to do Greasbrough for you. Now I've not been to Greasbrough for 40 odd years. I've drove through it and I've cycled through it, but just going back to Rotherham with its 19th century buildings mixed with the modern, so as this place, Greasbrough. Now I know it has 5 pubs, and 2 of them pubs I know for a fact is 19th century, and I'll show you them shortly. So this one here, look, the Prince of Wales. Now last time I come to Greasbrough, I can't even remember it looking like that. In fact, I don't even think it would open. And it looks like they must have built, just bear with me, they must have built some sort of terrace for outside drinking. So just a few yards further on from the Prince of Wales is this place, the Crown. And the last time I was in Greasbrough, this junction weren't like this. It was a little mini roundabout, and I'm sure there was a church hall here, or some community hall on the other side of the, well, there where you see, it's just not there anymore. So they must have pulled that down. This place looks like one of them old police box houses. Not house, like one of them little police stations you used to see in the 70s. Anyway, if you take this road, it will take you into Rotherham town centre. If you take this road, it will take you to the areas of Barnsley. And then of course, if you take this road and don't venture off this road, which goes, it will technically take you to the Sheffield city centre. Now I'm just going to move along now because there's another one of them pubs in close proximity which is one of those 19th century buildings. I think it may have been built as a pub. Just walking to show you that pub, the next pub that I'm going to be taking you on to the ship in. And I've passed this place. It's like a a green space. It's got a bowling green. You don't see many bowling greens anymore, do you? Anyway, let's take you on to this shipping that I've said I was going to show you. As you can see, the shipping, which was built in the late 1800s. So this would have been one of the two 19th century pubs. So I'm going to take you up to, I'm going to show you them other two pubs, which is next. So it's just round the corner on, I think it's Church Road. It might be Town Lane, I don't know. But they're both on that same road. So just bear with me and we'll get there shortly. So I've just walked up from the shipping, which is on the junction behind me, to this next pub. And this is the second of the 19th century pubs that was built in Greasbrough, obviously. And it's this one here, look. The Yellow Lion. And I think it's always had that name, the Yellow Lion. Another thing I didn't know about Greasbrough was directly opposite this Yellow Lion is this wonderful church. You can't see it because of these trees, but I'll take some video for you. And as it's Sunday morning, I'm surmising it's already got parishioners inside it. So I'm just walking on to this next pub now. This is the 5th pub in Greasbrough, the Milton Arms. These old pubs, they normally have a date in the brickwork, don't they? To say what year it is were built. Like the Rotherham Town Centre building ones. Now Rotherham produced its own celebrities and well-known people. The Elliott brothers, I think there were 4 or 5 brothers, but you'll know them as Paul and Barry, Chuckle brothers. There were Peter Elliott, the Olympic runner. There was David Seaman, the Arsenal and England footballer. Freddie Truman, the cricket player. Dean Andrews, the actor. He lives around the corner from me, where I live. Paul Shane, the comedian and actor. There's James May, the TV presenter, most known for Top Gear. And of course there's Sir Donald Bailey, the engineer who helped us win World War II. He's Rotherham born. But Rotherham attracted some really big name celebrities too, as well as those 5 pubs that I've showed you. They had 2 clubs, and here you have the Greasbrough, well, it's called the Greasbrough Club now, but back in the day it was the Greasbrough Workmen's Club. And if I pan you round, where the cenotaph there. So these houses wouldn't have been here in them days, but straight across about 400 yards, which it starts going downhill, there would have been the Greasbrough Social. And I'm going to take you down there now because the building is actually still there. It's long since been closed, but the building is actually there. What I remember about this place is that this co-op, I'm sure it didn't look like that, because I think from from the end of the club here all the way down there. I think there used to be a supermarket here, and I think it used to be one of them, like one of them old name supermarkets, like a Safeway, Gateway, Pestos, something like that. And I think I'm sure it's been knocked down, and that's been rebuilt. That co-op that I've just showed you. Anyway, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, because a lot of people don't sometimes, just leave a comment and say, you know, am I right or wrong? But I am going back 40, just over 40 years. Well, about 1980. I remember it, about 1979, 1980. So like 45, 46 years ago. So just let me know if I'm right or wrong. People have seen me videoing, so they want to stop and chat and ask who I am. I'm not taking videos and that. I do get asked a lot, what am I doing? You're not taking photos of me, are you? And things like that. And some do get a bit nasty. But anyway, going back to this video and what it's all about is, like I was saying, this social club behind me differed from the working men's club, which we'd just been to, is because it had paying members, and it had just over 2,000 paying members. So therefore, it attracted big name. It attracted the stars of the day back in the 60s. Now, I've read that this place closed round about 66, but I've also seen documentation that it closed around about 1969 too. So if anybody can add a comment and just clarify when it actually did close. But some of the acts of the day, they didn't just do one night appearances. This place booked them for a week at a time. And some of the acts that that used to come here included, the younger viewers won't know this, but the old ones who this Greasbro might appeal to was Jerry and the Pacemakers were here for a week, Freddie and the Dreamers for a week, Dusty Springfield for a week, Shirley Bassey for a week, Frankie Vaughan, who else came here? Bob Monkhouse, he did a week here, Bob Monkhouse. Tom Jones did a week here, Tommy Cooper. These are to name just a few. You know, the acts of the day, or the stars of the day, all appeared at this Greasbrough Social Club. And a little club like this, that showed the ambition that it had. You know, there might be Las Vegas, there might be, I mean, at that time there would have been the Batley Variety Club, but this little place in Greasbrough put Rotherham on the map. Now, I've seen a video, in fact, let me just tell you, Mr. Velvet Voice himself, Perry Como, not Perry Como, where did I get that from? Matt Monroe. Matt Monroe did a week here back in the 60s, and there's a video on YouTube describing this place. Now, he says that it was just a long, thin building with a stage on one end and an alcove on the other, with like a little bit of a snug, I would imagine. And that is it. That would have been the entrance, and I'm guessing that would have been the whole club. And I know that these buildings being built either side of it. But if anybody remembers that, just put a comment and let me know. The streets that I've been walking around while doing this video are so clean and tidy. There's no litter. I've seen no litter. Now, whether that's Rotherham Council going around clearing up, or whether the people who live here just respect it so much, because it is just a beautiful place to live. Anyway, that's my video on Greasbrough. Now, there is little housing estates dotted here and there, but back in the day, obviously the older Greasbrough, which would have been up there, would have just been for you, and then obviously it's been built up on its surrounding areas. So I'll see you all on the next one, wherever that's going to be. Ta-da!